Hey, it's Lonni with SmartCert. So glad you're here. We're very excited that we will soon be launching a new tool in your SmartCert arsenal, not only to expand the network that you're creating with your suppliers and customers, but really streamlining and finally taking control of that inbound cert process. Our request feature is headed to your dashboard in the coming weeks, and I wanted to give you a quick preview on how it works. Requesting a SmartCert is the same amount of effort as creating one. The fields are the same, and the opportunity is for you to determine what information you want to include to your supplier, and then what information is required by them. So to create a request, you'll start typing in your supplier name. If they're not listed in the dashboard, this is where you could put an email address of your point of contact. You'll include the information that's relevant to your request. Maybe it's a purchase order and a part number. You can assign them to respond to information and fields. And you can even, in the description or in your custom field, specify which cert you want them to respond with. When they respond to this request, they will add the paperwork, and that SmartCert will come in as any other inbound SmartCert from your suppliers. If you are responding to a request, you will fill out the required fields, add the appropriate documentation, and your response to a request will be on your created dashboard, along with every other SmartCert created for your customers. Let's take a look over at the created dashboard. I also wanted to take the opportunity to walk you through the updates that we've made over the course of the last few months as not only a foundation for fewer steps to get to where you need to go and what you need to do, but certainly as a benefit of being able to lay the foundation for tools like the Cert request system, and certainly where we're going with Cert processing and true collaboration, not only for you and your teams, but certainly, again, as your network expands with your customers and suppliers. Your created dashboard represents everything you and your team have created, internally organized, in preparation for passing along to your customers. These may be based on inventory, so a lot-based SmartCert that you can send to every customer who orders against that inventory. If you do have customer with Cert specific requirements, you can create one against a PO. And all of that is not only available within your dashboard view, but searchable. Any information included in the fields of a SmartCert is searchable. You can search, sort, and filter to get to where you need to. This comes in handy, especially if you are sending multiple SmartCerts representing line items for an upcoming shipment to your customer. The value of using the platform is obviously automating that transfer process. Many companies do take advantage of that lot-based SmartCert to cut down on the fact that then the certs already exist, and you do not have to create a custom cert package for every customer. Editing a SmartCert can be done at any time. This pencil icon will enable you to update any of the information in the fields, as well as modify the cert package if something needs to be replaced or added to. Beneficial at any time, including if the SmartCert has already been sent to your customer, those updates will be provided in real time. The next time they log in, they'll see the updated documentation and information. So saving you steps to have to email updated certs. When you click on a SmartCert, the benefit here, similar to our last version of the platform, is the ability to view documentation in the platform. This is great for you. It's also great for your customers. When they receive a copy of the SmartCert you created, they can view this documentation in platform and make a decision to download the certs or print directly from SmartCert. Either way, they have the opportunity to leverage SmartCert as their digital backup in providing redundancy instead of a garage full of filing cabinets. So that is valuable not only when smart certs are coming in for them, but certainly in thinking about creating a lot fewer steps as part of your process in sending certs on. Another great tool that we've integrated is the SmartCert link. And this is valuable if you want to attach a SmartCert to a specific lot or PO in your ERP. Copying this SmartCert link adds it to your clipboard so that you can go into your ERP in a specified field and Control V or paste. This then connects your ERP information to the specific SmartCert, again, cutting down on the time it would take for you to log in and locate that SmartCert. So definitely of value to you. SmartCerts can be deleted, and that would be available to you if you are getting acquainted with the platform, trying things out, or for any reason you determine that you want to delete it. However, if a SmartCert has been already shared to your customer, that would mean that you only have editing privileges. So keep that in mind as you're building up your inventory and sending SmartCerts. Sharing is super easy, and I believe we've made it even easier with the updates to the platform. If you are sending multiple SmartCerts, multiple line items against a shipment, you could select each of those and hit the share button. The great thing about this is it rolls up everything you've selected. You can even look at the information within the SmartCert to confirm it's accurate and correct for you to be sending. The sharing operates the same way as the Cert request system, and that is that you have access to the database. You can start typing in the name of your customer. If they're available in the platform, you'll select them. And if they're not yet in your network or on the platform, you can send an email here. And that email represents an invitation from your company to that person and your customer with an invitation to view the certs and create their free account. When their account's created, they will be then available in the database for you to select like this. Clicking share automates that sharing process, and you can see that every one of the SmartCerts I just shared now has a blue arrow associated with it. That blue arrow then represents the fact that it's been shared, it's active, and if you hover over it, you'll be able to see exactly who it's been shared to. The sharing history is also beneficial if there are multiple recipients, again, going back to the option of being able to create a lot-based SmartCert without any customer information in it. Every customer who has received that SmartCert would be listed here. So it's a great way, again, to cut down on the steps, but to continue to provide the information related to your efforts in sending certs to your customers. Heading over to your received dashboard, this is organized the same way as your created, with the change here being the origin instead of your team or users is your supplier. This is all, again, searchable. Depending on how information is provided to from your supplier, that may be different. But the great opportunity here that you have is the ability to take an inbound SmartCert and make a copy of it. While you'll never be able to adjust a SmartCert received from your supplier, the same reason and the same way that your customers would not be able to edit what's received by you, you can make a copy of it. And the value there is to cut down on the steps because of the information that's already included in the fields. So if I were to make a copy of this, I may get rid of the purchase order, keep the lot and part number, get rid of the delivery information, even potentially add my C of C. And I now have a new SmartCert with the heavy lift of filling out a few steps and including the cert package already completed for me. When I click Create SmartCert, this will then add it to my created dashboard and is instantly available to send to my customer when the order is processed. Last few things here related to user management. When you click on your company name next to the SmartCert logo, you'll have access to adding users and responding to requests to join. This is really beneficial if you're a larger organization and some of your buyers may be receiving an email invitation. The great thing about SmartCert is as a user creates an account, we recognize their email domain and we suggest them requesting to join a company that's already existing. This is going to cut down on duplication within the database, but also help centralize your team. Everyone has the opportunity to not only assign users to a location, but assign permissions. Anywhere you see the writer status means that that person has the ability to edit, create a SmartCert. This is great for your quality team and anyone you designate, maybe in receiving, to create a SmartCert at the time of receipt. A powerful tool. And then for those who don't have writer status, it's essentially view-only access. This is beneficial for IT who want oversight, as well as sales teams. Everyone loves the idea of cutting down on the burden of quality teams having to respond to internal requests. So giving your sales team shared access or adding your sales team to the platform means that they can view information that's been sent to a customer. You could even empower them to send the SmartCerts if that's part of your internal process. Admins basically oversee users. You can also assign an admin to a location. If you're a multi-location company, the true benefit here is you can assign teams to locations and their view of what's coming inbound and what's been created and sent to customers is specific to that location. It really helps to maintain a centralized team, but really, again, alleviates any confusion and makes the whole experience specific to their location and their needs. One thing I want to point out is the company tab. We think that visual representation and customization in the platform is extremely beneficial. And this is your opportunity to add your logo. It makes it searchable in the database. Obviously, many people are proud of what they represent with their logo, and we want to be able to add personality to the work that you're doing. Every user also has the ability to add a profile picture if that's of interest to them. Overall, this platform is meant to be an amazing network tool. If you are empowering your suppliers to respond with digital certs in a way that you are going to store, manage, and send them, we know that that is life-changing and extremely valuable. The fewer steps, the less paper that goes into your process, the more time you are going to have for the work that matters. And we're really looking forward to the coming year. Our first gift to you will be the Cert request system, and soon to follow will be Cert processing, document editing, and then moving into the ability to package SmartCerts with customer-specific information. So if there are any questions based on what you've seen and heard, we've offered any time for you to be able to schedule a quick meeting, get your questions answered, get your teams trained up, and really start to think about what 2023 is going to mean with the power of the platform. I appreciate your time today, and I wish you happy holidays.